Recording audio or MIDI in Arrangement View is similar to Session View. In this video, we'll review Live's recording process, and we'll learn how to record with pre-roll and learn how to use punch record in Live's Arrangement View. So recording in Arrangement View starts the same way as Session View. We need to get set up. So first, I'm going to go into my device browser. I'm going to find a sound to use. Let's go into Impulse. I'll grab Beat Bugs, and I'm going to drop that on the MIDI track. So I can see that I've got a virtual instrument loaded, ready to go. Track is record enabled. Let me play a note to make sure I've got MIDI signal. Okay. And I might want to set my tempo. So let me pull that down a little bit. And I might want to have a click, so I'm going to enable the metronome. And if it's the first thing I'm going to record, I'm probably going to need a count in. So I'll right click on the metronome enable button and choose a count off length. So as I said before, the track is record enabled. And one thing that's different about recording into Arrangement View is I actually need to enable the global record button on the control bar. Now if I hit the space bar and start playing, I can start recording. Let's just add a little kick and snare here. So I got a 4-bar loop started there. Now at this point, I might want to go back in and start recording at bar 5. But instead of hearing a count in, I might want to hear what's on the track previous to that point, or what we call pre-roll. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to disable the count in so that there's none. And I'm going to enable the punch switch up here in the control bar. Now this little thing up here is called the loop brace, and I'm going to zoom in so we can just see that in a little more detail. So I clicked in the beat time ruler up there and dragged down to zoom in. So now I can see my loop brace right there. And that's going to define where record is going to start. Now I need to set where I actually want playback to start. So I'm going to zoom in. It's a little bit too much. I'm trying to find bar 4 here. Let me drag over so I can find that. And so at this point, playback will start at bar 4 and record will start at bar 5. So the track is record enabled. Let me put the system in record again, and I'll hit the space bar to start playing. Okay, so I just recorded with pre-roll. Let me zoom back out and we can see that. Now if there was this mistake there, I'm going to want to get in and out and not record over what was previously recorded or after that. So instead of just enabling the punch in point, I'm also going to enable a punch out point. And those points will be determined by the start and end points of my loop brace. So I can either click and drag the ends of those up here in the beat time ruler, or I can set those points up here in the control bar. So we can see that my end point is at bar 5 and my out point is 2 bars later. So again, I'll click on the track before where I want to record. So I set my start point. My track is enabled. I'll enable the system, and now I'll start playback by pressing the space bar. So that's punch recording. So recording in Arrangement View is very similar to Session View. And now we know how to use Live's punch recording feature. In the next video, we'll take a look at one of Live's mind-blowing features, recording from Session View into Arrangement View.